Hi friends, good evening. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to talk about uh, what is journal entry for when there is a bad debts and what is the impact when creating a provision for bad debts and the what is a journal entry for when there is a closing provision is more than the opening provision and closing provision is less than the opening provision. What is journal entry? I will make one video and another video with the example. I will want to create one video. Let's write the journal entry when there is a bad debts. For bad debts. For bad debts. Right. What is journal entry? Bad debts account data to right sundry debtors. Sundry debtors account. What is the bad debt nature? Loss for the business. So hence it is a debit as per the nominal account rule. Sundry debtors. Who are the debtors? The person who's owes the money to the business. Why? Because they have purchased the goods on credit basis, and on some extent it become a bad debts, right? And there is a provision creating for bad and doubtful debt. What is the journal entry? Second entry. Profit and loss account data to provision for doubtful debts. Doubtful debts account. Why? Because why we are showing profit and loss account debit? Because when we are the time of finalizing the financial report, the debtors are not yet finalized, and hence provision is created in the profit and loss account showing the debit side. Provision for doubtful debts are always credit balance will show. And when we are transferring the bad debts to P&L account, what is the journal entry? So profit and loss account, profit and loss account data to bad debts account, bad debts account, profit and loss account. Basically it is a loss for the business when there is a bad debt. So bad debts here credit, and here in the first instance debit and credit will get knock off, and profit and loss account only will impact, right? That is this is how the bad debts provision. This is the journal entry when there is a provision created and when the bad debts arise and the transfer into profit and loss account. There is two more scenarios, right? When the opening provision, when the closing provision is more than the opening provision, what is the journal entry? If closing provision is more than the opening provision, what is the journal entry? Profit and loss account data to provision for doubtful debts account, right? Provision for doubtful debts is credit balance. Why? Because closing balance of the provision is more than the opening provision, and hence profit and loss account debit and the provision for doubtful account is credit. Vice versa. Let's talk about the other entry. If the closing provision is less than the opening provision, it will get reverse, right? If the closing provision is less than the opening provision, it will get reverse. Provision for doubtful debts account data to P&L account, right? These are the major journal entries for when there is a bad debts and creating a provision for bad debts, and bad debts are transferring to profit and loss account, and if the closing provision is more than the opening provision, profit and loss account to and provision for doubtful debts account, and when closing provision less than the opening provision for doubtful debt account is a debit and a P&L account is a credit. These are the major for journal entries when the bad debts when we are dealing with the bad debts and provision for bad debts, right? Let's talk about with the best example. I will create a video in the next one with the best example. Thank you for watching my video.